So, Phil, you heard that Eddie Shack passed away in palliative care.
Did.
I was, in November, they contacted me. He wrote a book. Well, he admitted on the show that he was illiterate, so he basically was interviewed, and then they wrote the book, right?
Right.
But it's a nice book, and you were with me in Newfoundland when we hung around with him. He's crazy.
Oh, well, listen, I've known Eddie forever. One of the best stories I ever have at Eddie Shack is when I got traded from Chicago to Boston. He got traded from Toronto to Boston. And we were training in London, and I drove down from the suit of London, and I went in early to the dressing room to get equipment and meet the trainers, and you know what I mean? And I'm sitting there, and I hear, hi ho, it's off to work I go, and the door slams open, and Shacky has his hockey stick and the skates at the end of the hockey stick. You know how you used to carry it?
Yeah,
to help
your
the ring?
shoulder.
Yeah, he says, clear the track, here comes Shaq. There was 5 of us in the dressing room, and I went, holy Christ, this guy's crazy. I'm going to have a good time.
Well, everybody that I knew that knew Eddie said he was a good third liner, right? He was not a great skater. He had decent hands, but the fans loved him because he was a shit disturber.
Well, he was also a good team guy, for me anyway, the time I spent with him in Boston.
How long were you in Boston with him, Phil?
I think a year, because he either got traded back to Toronto. Where did he end up his career, Billy? You guys know?
I think he went.
I thought he ended his career in Toronto, but Billy, you can tell me.
He went to Buffalo, I think.
That's it,
Yeah.
Buffalo.
Yeah.
I think he went to Buffalo, yeah. And
Because Imlach, who loved him, got him back in Buffalo. But
Well, Imlach needed fans, right? And Eddie Shack was that type of guy.
yeah,
that's another good reason. And
But I remember one night he got in a fight against the Philadelphia Flyers, and not one fucking Leaf got off the bench.
well, I remember the night he.
Philadelphia Flyer team was chasing him around the ice, and not one
Remember the
Leaf
night
got
he-
off the bench.
Fight with Larry Zidell.
oh, Jesus, I was just going to say that. Was that unbelievable, Billy?
Oh, Jesus Christ. They could have killed each other.
They hit each other over the head with the stick 4 or 5 times.
You were with me
Wow.
in Newfoundland, one of my favorite places in the world. I went with Eddie Shack, wanted to golf. He was a golfaholic, loved the golf. And we were in St. Mary's at Terra Nova Golf Course, one of the most beautiful places in the world. The golf course is in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. He showed up with leather pants and sandals.
That's so funny.
I liked him. He was very nice to me. I spent a lot of time with him. Al Palladini loved him. And Al Palladini would give him a car every year. And that's how I met Eddie Shack. I met him through Al Palladini. And, Al was gone, and Al was a great man. But, I didn't... I was shocked on how the hockey world actually respected his passing. A lot of hockey players die every day. You know that, Phil.
Yeah, and I just heard that Dale Hawerchuk has got cancer again.
I'm very sorry
He
to hear
has.
that.
He's taking chemo again.
Oh, God.
It's a tough fight he's got.
But Dale Hawerchuk, how old is he, 63, 65? He's not that old.
I
Dale
don't think
Hawerchuk, 62, I think.
Yeah, he's not that old.
No. Yeah, he's 62.
Yeah, and what kind of cancer is it?
Man,
What kind of cancer does Mr. Hawerchuk have?
intestinal.
I'm sorry to hear that. Eddie Shack had throat cancer.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And when they announced that he was in palliative care, which palliative care doesn't necessarily mean the end, right?
No, it means they make you comfortable.
Yeah, they make a person comfortable. It was the end of his chapter.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, oh boy.
You know, the funny thing is, for me, when I hear about all these guys that are around my age, and it's going, it sort of gets me a little depressed because I think, shit, man, I'm not that age, you know? And I think about that a lot when I hear things like from Shacky and then Jack.
Phil, that's bullshit, because any age, whether you're 50, 40, 30, any age, you know, we're ants. We're little fucking, we are so fragile. Any age, Phil.
Oh, I understand that, Frank. I understand that.
I had that conversation with my mother. My mother just turned 83. I cooked for her on Sunday, and she goes, you know what? I never, ever thought about dying until now.